Hello, hello.
Hey guys, how's it going? Hey everyone out there. We got Ashley with Curls and Drills, and Micah with Moonstone Crafts, and me. I'm
Yeah.
here.
So today we're going to be interviewing you, asking you some questions. I hope you're ready. Got some good questions uh, thought up in my head, and I've written some down. So
Okay.
first, why don't you introduce yourself? Let us know a little bit about you and where you're coming from.
Oh well, I've done these. This is probably my second or third interview. I've been an artist for a long time, and now in my early 40s, and I've been creating artwork for about 25 years now.
Okay.
Um, kind of started out with drawing comic book characters and stuff when I was in high school, and got into more fine art and loved oil painting, and then got into acrylics. A lot more, you get a lot more done quicker. It's dries a lot faster,
Yeah.
and so anyhow, started creating a lot of things like that. Still write, which I need to get back into a bit more with creating this our channel S&J Creations with Jess, and creating uh, pieces and stuff for Treasure Studios art. And so got a lot of different things kind of going on at the moment.
Yeah.
But kind of things I do, I really like surrealism. Um, I like illustration, and so that's kind of the things that I do. Don't really diamond paint very much. I have tried my hand at it. My wife does, and I've helped her out a little bit. Um, so anyway, that's kind of me. It's kind of the things that I do. But I still love to write and stuff and come up. And like if you see in some of the stuff I've done also um, for Treasure Studios art, this Wizard of Oz, I kind of like have my story within the story I've been kind of doing. So
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about more how you got involved with Treasure Studios Arts, like what prompted everything and what really inspired you to work on the Wizard of Oz pieces.
well, first thing inspired me. Like I said, I draw and paint and do different things like that. And so I know this is going to sound bad, but my wife would always like try to get me interested in working on it with her or helping her with it or something like that. And I said, or actually do one on my own. And I'd be like, why would I do that when I can just paint or draw what I do anyway? And it wasn't nothing to put her down or anybody else that does it. It just, to me, it's almost like if I'm going to do it, I'd rather do it the way I'm used to, being creative, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, we're talking, and then she was like, "Well, I want a Mad Hatter piece. There's not a Mad Hatter piece with Alice in Wonderland that I know of out there, really. If there is any, I don't think there was a time there was any.
There was none that was legally licensed.
There wasn't any legally licensed, and none that she wanted me to do one for her. So started to create the piece, working on it. It was turning out really great, and then she was like, "Well, maybe you should go to." I tried at one company, never got a response from them. They didn't even grace me even with an email back, um, which was fine, whatever. And because I was just kind of doing it for fun, and I thought, well, she was hoping maybe to get like a custom made, but also maybe get in there where I make pieces and they turn into diamond paintings, and she would love to do them herself.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, she sent it to Rachel and do a custom and to show her kind of my work. And she told her, "Hey, have him message me," and that was pretty much how it started. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, that was the first piece that she, one of the first pieces she released. The very first piece she released was, uh, yeah, my Man in the Moon piece. Also one with the poem. I wrote the poem that's with it, and then I done a nativity scene. Also, I have one with the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Hopefully, she'll release that for Christmas this year again. I
Uh-huh.
got that one in really late. It was like a week before Christmas. I was working crazy hours at my full time job. I was working like 60 hours a week, and then trying to paint at the same time. And it was just as soon as I come home from work, I was working on it. So it was a lot to do.
What inspired the Wizard of Oz for you to do Wizard of Oz pieces for Treasure Studios Art?
Well, to be honest, I started creating this stuff, and I was doing the Alice in Wonderland, and the market on some of that was kind of flooded with it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I always liked the Wizard of Oz, and never really seen a whole lot of Wizard of Oz out there. And I said, I was talking with Jess about it. We were just discussing on our own, and then I brought it up to Rachel. And she said, "Yeah," and then she had been in contact with you about this event, and she brought it up, and I said, "Well, that would be great. I would love to create some artwork for not only the event, but for put some out there because nobody really has made a whole lot of Wizard of Oz artwork, and of course, mine I've tried to keep it more to illustrations and to the books and what I got from the books, and some of the movie in there as well, but that's mostly where I got some of that because the old 1939 movie was based mostly off the musical that was done and the books, and it was a stage play and musical, and that's what they based that actual movie off of. And mine's kind of off the actual books written by L. Frank Baum.
Awesome. So you've released a couple different pieces with Treasure Studios Art for the Wizard of Oz. What would you say is your favorite one?
Oh, by all means, is probably the Scarecrow and the crows laughing at him and
Yeah,
give him a
that's
hard
my
time.
favorite.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite. The first one I actually done was the Cowardly Lion piece with Dorothy, which is "Don't be scared, Mr. Lion. It's only Toto." And love. It took me forever just to get Toto just right. If you posted it on the page, you can see it actually um, time lapses of the work. I had to get Toto. I kept painting him or trying to get him just right, and I kept noticing he started to look more rabbit-like. I don't know why. I was like, I guess Alice in Wonderland's trying to bleed over here into the Oz. I don't know. And I kept working with him, got him just right. But he was probably my favorite part, other than the lion running his paw through his mane, like freaked out. But the one I really wanted to do was the Scarecrow first. So I was looking at him or the Tin Man piece. And the Tin Man piece, when I finally got to it didn't take me as long to do it. It was a lot more in it to do, but I had the image in my mind already. That one right there was like in my mind for months before I even got to it. Or kind of that's what helped me there because it was already. Sometimes I'll get a little bit of a piece of the idea or picture in my mind or mind's eye, and then I'll start on it, and then I just kind of it creates itself. If that makes sense, and then sometimes I'll have it pretty much laid out, other than like small little details, but like the "Don't let your heart become rusty," with the Tin Man and the Wicked Witch of the East tormenting him and rusting him up. That kind of that was just I just come to my mind to do that. The faces in the trees, that was something that just came out later. I come up with that as I was painting it. Um, the face in the cloud, which it being an evil spell, that came as I was painting it as well. Um, so anyhow, that's how that came about. And then the Munchkins part too. I want to make it a show where he was really he really did have a heart. already, but he kind of lost it. So
Yeah, awesome. So, how do you make sure you have time to create? Do you set a time, or do you build it into your calendar or your schedule? Like, how do
oh
you make
Lord,
sure you get it in?
yeah, no, I don't have no calendar. My calendar is start on it and let's try to get it done. uh, yeah, I try to keep it on a time frame of how long I think I can possibly take to get it done. I do that, but as in like this week I'm going to work on this, and I got this schedule. And this week, no, I don't do that. I probably would be better if I did. It would probably help, but between a lot of other stuff we have going on, Jess battles with her ADHD, and it rubs off a little bit. So it's like schedules are out the window. They're for the birds. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Um, do you have any pieces that you're working on now that you are really excited about?
yeah, I was working on one for Halloween. It kind of snuck up on me Halloween because of trying to get these other pieces, and I took a little break because I needed one. I'd put so much time into these 3 pieces. Um, I actually had a couple ideas for pieces I wanted to do for Halloween, but they started Drills and Chills early, and of course, Treasure Studios Art is sponsoring it. I didn't know. I had no idea that it was starting. No one let us know. I didn't have any um, knowledge of when it was starting. And I have one piece that when I got signed, it was already after um, Halloween last year. And I had a small piece. It's called Scaredy Cat, and I got to work on it and finish it. I'm hoping to have it done before Halloween and for sale before then, or before the month of October. Um, it remains to be seen. I hope I can get it out before then.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I had a couple other things. I kind of wanted to visit the Sleepy Hollow type thing too. Um, you know, Mr. Irving's writing of it. So I don't know. We'll see. That remains to be seen. That might be next year. We'll see.
When do you like to talk about your art?
When do I like to talk about it? Or,
Yeah.
what do you mean, like just talking with people, just in general, or?
Yeah, like how do you share it with others?
Well, I don't walk around with a portfolio. I do have pictures on my phone. Um,
Is it something people know about you that you are an artist, like your friends and
yeah, a lot of like close personal friends and people that I've known for a long time know that I'm an artist. I do work in a profession um, that is not, art related, and I work around a lot of different people, and they just think me as that employee that does that. They have no idea, and sometimes we get to talking, and then uh, it'll come up in conversation, like kind of hobbies or things that you love to do, and then I just kind of show them what I do, and show them some of the pictures and stuff that I have on my phone, and they're like, "Oh wow, I didn't know." You just don't know who you speak to from day to day. You never know what they do, and what their hobbies are. Just like you guys, I'm sure no one knew you, and you just walked up there, wouldn't know that you have your own YouTube channel possibly, or do diamond painting and stuff. And so that's something like you try to share and hope that someone else might enjoy to do. And that's kind of the way I do. I used to have visual artist cards and stuff that I used to hand out and try to get work and stuff. I've gotten to kind of point now that I haven't done that. I'm trying to get more um, more commission work and get actually onto a forums and stuff more online and sell reproductions and stuff, and that's what I'm working on right now. Hopefully, I'll have that up here before long, and people, then if they don't diamond paint, they can actually purchase the artwork on there and get it already framed and everything.
Oh, that's awesome. That was one of the questions I was going to ask is can you buy your art as just art and not as a diamond painting? So that's something you're working on?
Yes, matter of fact, I pulled some stuff up online, and I'm actually looking into it today. I was actually going to be working on it and trying to get that established. As soon as I do, we're going to put that link up on S&J Creations, and my share it as well on the page, on this page here, and on the Oz and Og, if that's okay.
Yeah.
May do that. That way, somebody wants to actually have the piece that way as well, or have them side by side. If I get the diamond painting, that would be something good. But I'll have other artwork on there as well, and eventually, when I have more artwork, I'll put it up on there. And there's stuff that's not diamond paintings that I'll have there as well. That's already artwork I already have. So
Cool. Very nice. What is your biggest barrier to being an artist and how do you address it?
ooh, that's a good question. Sometimes I think the biggest barrier is self-doubt, of knowing that you can be successful or not. And I think the thing that really come to me is I had to get to the point where I just did it for me and not for anybody else. And I guess that's the reason why when I've had a deal, even with Treasure Studios Art or anyone else, you have to deal with criticism, and sometimes it's constructive, sometimes it's just unwarranted. You'll have that, and it really comes down to people have their likes and dislikes, their taste of artwork, and that's understandable. I have no problem with that because there's times I look at some artwork, I'm like, man, I would not want to purchase that, or I have no care for it. But I'm like, I'm sure there's someone out there that would, and they like that, and that's their right to feel that way. It speaks to them, So it's like I don't get really offended, or care too much somebody getting offensive unless it's just really somebody's just being just real mean spirited about it. There's a little difference. Like you can just say, "Hey, that's not my cup of tea," whatever. Or if it's something I really do not like, I would not do something or say something to that artist to be. I would ask questions like, well, how they came up with this piece, kind of get their mindset on something, whether I liked it or not, and try to get to know that person. Maybe that might be a reason why they created something that way, and I don't like it, maybe, and then maybe I might learn something from it, instead of just, oh, I hate that, and just put them down. So, kind of the barriers that I've had to deal with is self doubt of being successful or not being successful, which is most artists. The the funny thing is most artists do not see the success until after they're gone. Um, and I always point to Vincent Van Gogh. Man, never seen a dime of the money that's been all over his artwork now. Man's been dead. He died a pauper, and so that's what you have to come down to the point where you just enjoy creating artwork, whether it monetarily helps you or anyone else likes it. You do it for you, and that's where you have to, you know, have that strength of just doing it. I think because it's a part of yourself when you're creating it. So that's why I say the biggest obstacle to that is self doubt of what somebody else is going to think when they see it, and you got to get past that. Say, well, whatever. You have opinions or like noses. Everybody has one. So
Yeah, that's so true. I think in a lot of different ways, a lot of people deal with self doubt, and I think that that's really
Oh,
relatable.
oh yeah, and it's just all facets of life. And anything that you would do or think of doing, that's just life in general. Really, you have to overcome your own doubts about yourself, and kind of my artwork and stuff too, which I know me and you have discussed. I know you're a Christian, I am too, and it kind of goes to believing in something greater than yourself too, and knowing that we all are connected in some way um, to something greater than ourselves, as all being part of a masterpiece of a creator. So I always kind of look at things in a lot of that way, and everything is a life is a struggle. Just like with my pieces, you see, like they all have their things they're struggling with or dealing
Mm-hmm.
with, and they're striving to overcome it. And that's the way I always feel about everything.
Yeah, I feel that that really comes through in your pieces, like especially with the scarecrow. Like the crows are laughing at him, and he's like, "Well, how am I gonna overcome this?" And you can just
Yeah,
see the him thinking about it real deep. And the and then the Tin Man with the witch. Um,
yeah, sneaking up and
yep.
causing havoc upon them, and then also with a cowardly lion trying to overcome his fear, and somebody there to help him.
Mhm.
And so that's kind of like a lot with my pieces because my life's been like that. So I've just always, you know, most people create art. It relates to them. I'm not here, and I don't want to sound like, I guess it's not trying to sound cliche or trying to attack anybody, because you got a lot of stuff coming out today with artists and they're trying to relate to this group of individuals or this other group of individuals of how they feel, how they think. No, just do you, and you show your side of it, and let them create what they have to of their uh, way they view things, and that way you can kind of. That's what art is uh, uh, you an expression of yourself to explain what you're thinking, how you feel. Just trying to share the beauty of creation itself. That's why I've always looked at art. It's expression, and how can you try to express for someone else in a different type of what they experienced in life, all because you want everybody to feel that you're um, understand everything. Well, not everyone can understand everything. That's why you need people expressing themselves to learn from that and to speak. So that's where I kind of come with my idea that I see a lot of uh, people that create art, movie makers and different things like that. They're trying so hard to, and I got no problem with anybody expressing themselves. And there's things that I don't always agree with, things I do agree with. But I look at it when people do things just to do it instead of really coming from the heart and being real. It just kind of comes off as being fake. And that's probably my only criticism of anything that I look like somebody really didn't put effort into doing something, and are so driven about some kind of message, a whole groupthink message, maybe, instead of really what's true on the core of themselves. And that's not to say that there's not people out there that do that. But I think a lot of people jump on the bandwagon. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
and that goes with anyway, like you see, like, and I guess that's really kind of helping in all art movements. Everybody's like, oh, I like that. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's their take on something. But I'm talking about with like ideology and things. I'm like, well, sometimes that's what I like about art. It opens people up to be individuals and show who they are. And not everybody thinks the same. Not everybody believes the same. Um, I have my faith and my belief. I share it with people, but I also believe God gave everyone free will and they have a choice to believe or do what they want. And He's
Mhm.
the ultimate judge of all things. So,
Yeah. Um, let's see, Micah, do you have any questions?
I was just wondering, did you always do art in color, or did you start in black and white or something before?
well, that's a good question. Yeah, when I first started out, when I was younger and stuff, I just drew it in pencil, just a number 2 pencil from school. I just drew stuff, and then I started inking it So I've kind of done a lot of graphite drawings with pencil and charcoal. I really didn't start getting into color more. Of I used some color pencils, but I just didn't get too much into doing that until I got into high school. I got more into painting, and now it's mostly with acrylic that I work in. I've worked in oil pastel as well, which is kind of hard to do because as soon as it's hard. You can't blend colors like you'd want to. Um, Once you put it down, it's down. Unless you do a certain way, which I had done with mixed media, which is you put a sealant over it and kind of build up from it. And I've done stuff like that. Which, matter of fact, I'm trying to think what it was. One of the pieces I did, I've got several pieces, but the oil pastel, actually, the Man in the Moon piece I have on Treasure Studios Art, that piece is done in oil pastel.
Oh, interesting.
Very cool. What are your long-term goals with your art? Like, what would you love to see happen?
Well, I just like to get out there and people to enjoy it, pretty much. Right now I'm not making, huge amounts of money from it, and I don't expect to. It's almost like I want to be successful at it, but I just don't. That's not the whole point of it, It's just really at the very foundation of it. It's just a release at times of my feelings and emotion. It's also, of course, like I said, getting to expression. So that expression of those things. And I just like to create. I hope it just inspires other people and people to find their a place to go and to release, maybe what they're dealing with. It's just my way of, like sometimes it'd be my way of screaming into a pillow. Sometimes it could be just inspirational things that I have also with my faith, with things that I'm creative and enjoy doing. Matter of fact, I like to write, and I haven't written so long. I need to get back. I got many different stories that I was working on, and I wanted to illustrate the writing as well. And it's just a great undertaking. There's people that's out there that are amazing creators, and I wish I could do that and want to do that, but little step at a time. I'm hoping to put some work out there. I mean, I'm hoping to where it would be something that would help, uh, to help pay bills and just take care of family and stuff. But nothing like I don't have no dream of being in the limelight, if you know what I mean. That's just something. Just doing this little interviews like this is. And it's nerve-wracking enough sometimes. I don't want to get any further than that.
What kind of stories do you write?
Well, I don't want to give too much away. Some of it goes back to my days when I'd done comic book drawings and writing and stuff. So I do have a few things from that. Then I have some stuff that is more, a lot of my faith kind of goes into as well. I had like some science fiction things as well, and some fantasy. But I have one piece I was working on. I guess the best way to describe it, kind of C.S. Lewis-esque kind of thing.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Awesome. Do you have any like big influences or people that you really look up to? Are there artists that you look up to that help influence your work, or who are your favorite artists?
Oh, there's so many. Yeah, probably one of my most favorite artists. I loved it because, and I know it's going to sound weird, but I guess, I don't know. There's two. I loved Salvador Dali's work with surrealism and Escher's work in surrealism. I love some of their stuff. As in another artist, I love John Howe. He done a lot of artwork of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, and exactly what he created on canvas is exactly what I seen in my mind's eye. It was weird when I seen his artwork. Is exactly what I pictured in my mind when I read the stories, and he just captured it so well. And actually, that's what they used. They used his artwork to do all the artwork for the movies that Peter Jackson did. So,
Oh, really?
yeah. And if you read the books, I mean, which, no offense, I hated that they took liberties and changed some things in the books, but I know they did some things because of just being Hollywood or movie makers. So, but I hated that they did change some things.
Yeah, I understand.
But
Are you gonna do some artwork from Lord of the Rings or not?
I would, but I know it'd have to be, of course, it'd be fan art. But
Yeah.
I know it would be nothing. It would come nowhere near close to John Howe's work.
Not your own style, right?
yeah. I just never. I don't know. I've kind of. I plan on continuing making some more pieces for the Wizard of Oz or Land of Oz, and hoping to do a lot more. I love to have at least 4 or 5 pieces done before next event that we have on here, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. At the bare minimum, at least 3 again. At least have another 3 pieces.
Well, you have enough time now to prepare.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, it kind of all came at the last minute. Rach brought it up to me, and I had something else I was actually working on, and it was actually steampunk kind of stuff, and I had planned on doing it as well. I had to push it aside and get to work on these pieces, and that's what pushed everything back so far. And I think that kind of hurt a little bit of getting more publicity. Excuse me, publicity for the pieces coming out and being released, and that kind of hurt a little bit there. But like I said, at the end of the day, I know the artwork is it is what it is, and eventually people will see it and they'll enjoy it, hopefully. And if they don't, that's fine. That's their decision. I'm just creating them. I can't make somebody like my artwork. I just make it and hope that they enjoy it and inspires them.
Right. So you've done Wizard of Oz and you've done Alice in Wonderland. Are there any other fan arts besides Lord of the Rings? Maybe. Are there any other?
That
fan
comes.
arts you'd like to do?
Yeah. Well, there's, like I said, I like to create. I come up with stuff. So I was kind of coming up with like a story with steampunk, and I had some really neat stuff kind of come on there with. I'll just leave this with dragons and airships. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So I'm kind of all over the map. I like a lot of different things. I love, like I said, I love science fiction. I love fantasy. I love any of that type of stuff as well. So it kind of all goes hand in hand to me. And steampunk's kind of a mixture of the two.
What is steampunk? Can you?
What that is basically like think of technology of things that you'd look at that just absolutely would not work, but it just works in this world. Basically, people that have cybernetics that you would think of because of accidents, airships, everything being powered by machinery, but then also you have fantasy as well of dealing with like different creatures, different just like I said, mentioned airships. You got all types of different things. It's just it's almost like Old West and new technology mixing.
Trixie, I'll put down an art club.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hear me. But
Yeah. Well, there's just different ones. I don't like using somebody like that because it's been
I
a
was
genre
just-
for a long time. There's different ones on there. You can actually check them out with. I know there's other there's other manufacturers of DPs and stuff that have steampunk on there. So I'm hoping to create some for Treasure Studios art. But it's not just that. I enjoyed it. I've always had. There's actually been back years ago. I used to role play with friends, and there was a role playing game that had like steampunk world in it. So it's just a lot of different stuff. So
Okay. Cool.
I'm trying to think of what you would call steam. You ever seen that movie Immortal Machines? Peter Jackson did.
No.
If you ever see that, that's kind of real live action steampunk. I'll just give it to you that way. That's probably the closest to steampunk that I ever seen on the screen. So just
Okay.
check it out. Yeah, if nothing else, I mean, you don't have to watch the movie, but just check out, if nothing else, the trailer. You know, if you don't like it, that's fine. It was kind of neat, and all the work that went into making that movie. The only reason I really got interested too in it, all the stuff that you see in there is not, a lot of it's not CGI. A lot of it, I mean, you got huge backgrounds, but a lot of them they done actual artists built. Not only just they built sets, but they also built models, and so it's just really cool.
Awesome. So what do you like to do other than art and writing? Are there any other hobbies that you have?
Yeah, of course, I like to read and study my Bible, but also I like to. I am a gamer. I don't do as much of it as I used to, uh, comparably back before I was married. I used to play all the time, but now I like playing Minecraft. It's probably the biggest thing. Matter of fact, I was playing a little bit before I come over here. I'll admit to it. I love playing Minecraft. So
Awesome. Let's see. What or who would you love to collaborate with?
one as an artist, or
Yeah. Like if you got to collaborate with somebody, who would you like dream?
is this living or once lived?
If future, past, present.
Oh wow! Oh my goodness!
Anybody, like you could sit with anybody. Who would you
I would
collaborate
love. Of course, Tolkien would be great, but I know that wouldn't happen. He don't need anybody to collaborate with him. He's just such a great writer anyway. But it'd been fun to work with C.S. Lewis, though. That would have been fun.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That would have been really fun to work with someone like that. But also, I know this is going to be way out of left field, and his stuff's just so out there. But give me a minute. Mine just went. I was thinking of different ones. With Frank Herbert with Dune, the Dune series. Read all those. Really weird, but I like weird, so it was just kind of neat. So,
have you ever said no to an artist opportunity before, and how did you decide to say no?
oh, yeah, probably the biggest thing is I've had people try to commission me or ask me to do certain work that I just didn't feel comfortable doing. As a Christian, as just a person, that things that just go over the line of where I don't feel comfortable with. To me, I looked at it, they have a right to have someone, if they want to go have someone do the work, but it wasn't for me to do because of my faith. And I'm really a big person on people having the right to create what they want to or not want to. Um, they just as much as everyone has free will, I think somebody has a free will to decide to or to work with someone or not work with somebody, or to do artwork or not to do artwork. And no one should be told that they have to do something they do not agree to morally or in their mind. I just don't think that's right. And it can go for no matter what side or idea anybody has, because that pendulum swings both ways.
Awesome. Thank you for that insight. Let's see. Trying to think of some more questions. Micah, do you have anything?
She's like, "Don't put me on the spot." I can
No.
hear that in her laughter, the nervous laughter. Like,
No, I don't have anything.
well, I've really enjoyed it, guys. I know we actually went over, and that's fine. I figured we would go over a little bit anyhow, but it's really been great.
Yeah, thank you so much for answering these questions. We've learned a lot about you, and we're super excited to see what you come up with. I love your art that you have come up with so far, and I can't wait to see what you come up with in the future.
Yeah. Hopefully, I have this scaredy cat piece. I got to get working on it. I gotten some started on it, but I got so much more to get done with it. I hope I get it done in time. If I don't, I'm not sweating it, but I will definitely have some pieces for next year's, and before then, hopefully. And with the Land of Oz or Wizard of Oz, and I'm hoping to get back on this steampunk stuff that I have too, because I really enjoyed it as well. And just keep your eyes open. I'll have some more things.
Yeah.
I'll definitely keep y'all in touch and let y'all know whenever I get my prints, where I'm able to sell prints and stuff, and I will get that linked up and sent to you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, if it's something that you might not want to do diamond payment, but you would like to have or give as a gift, you never know. There might be somebody that will want something as a gift as well. So,
Yeah.
hopefully
Add
we'll
to
have
my
it soon.
Wizard of Oz collection.
There you go. I mean, that'd be cool. And the great thing is, if you take that stuff, you can actually, with mine, I can actually put it on there digitally and change things if I needed to, and create new artwork, or just there's so much things that you can do now from back years ago when I was younger and doing some of this stuff. You can do now. Then was just fledgling. It was just starting. Now you have that possibility or opportunity to do so. So, but anyhow, guys, it's been a blast. I appreciate coming over here. It's great to see your work too. I love what y'all working on, and hopefully have more people that are joining the event, and this next year coming up, and I think you will. I think it's only going to grow, because there's so many people out there that love Wizard of Oz, and hopefully they people will see this event and enjoy it, and then come to the page. And I'm going to plug for y'all. This is Oz and Og for anybody else out there. And hopefully y'all join up. I think y'all really enjoy it. I'm going to come up with more artwork. You never know. And I'm hoping it inspires other artists to come up with artwork for diamond painting and stuff. That's cool too. Don't expect to be the corner of some market or something. I just want to inspire others too. So hopefully some people would love to see them create stuff at TSA and beyond, whatever. Just keep creating, be inspired.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much.
All right, y'all take care. It's been great, and God bless.
Are we gonna do a giveaway or not?
Oh, we're doing that. Well, that just came out of nowhere. I didn't know you was going to do that.
Oh,
I didn't. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, let's do a giveaway. How many people are on our?
We've been between 5 and 6.
Okay.
Right now, there's 5 people.
Looks we got 5 right now, so let's do a giveaway. Thank you guys for watching, and let's see. How should we do this giveaway, Micah?
I don't know. What are we giving away? I don't even know what we're giving away.
We can give away some Wizard of Oz cover minders.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So comment in the comments that I'm watching, if you're still watching, what your favorite Wizard of Oz character is, and then we'll give it a minute, and then we will draw for some cover minders.
There you go. Here's your chance, folks. If you want to win a Wizard of Oz cover reminder, comment over here if you can, and who your favorite character is in the Wizard of Oz, and hopefully you might be the lucky one.
Is that the cover minders you made, Ashley? Yourself?
Yes, I have made some cover minders, and
wow!
Gail says Glenda. Okay.
Yep, I see that.
Pikachu says Cowardly Lion.
Okay, Krista said that's awesome. But, yeah, it said the lion, Cowardly Lion. I love that Pikachu. There's that Pikachu. You never know.
Wouldn't that be funny if that one shows up suddenly out of nowhere in a movie?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm gonna enter him in to spin the wheel.
Love the line. Just want to give him my heart. That's awesome.
Wheel of Names. Okay.
So we got Kathy Tokar with the lion, Krista Stamper with the lion, Pikachu with the lion, and then Glinda with Gail Pierce. And she says Glinda, the Witch of the North.
We got Gail. Pikachu. Sorry, I'm trying to. So, Krista and Kathy. Okay.
And I was going to announce too, real quick, while you're working on that I meant to let you know, but I think that me and Jess are actually looking at as S&J Creations for the actual event, possibly giving away one of my art pieces and giving someone basically a gift card to, or actually getting the piece itself.
If you're international, you'll get the gift card.
Yeah, if you're international, get the gift card. If you're someone in the States, we're going to actually send one of the my pieces to them as a winner on
Awesome.
that. So we'll find a way to choose that.
Okay.
That's amazing.
They can do
Great.
it.
All right, here I'm going to spin the wheel.
Yeah, you can do that as a grand prize.
Oh,
Just let
nice.
us know.
Okay, so Krista, you are our winner.
Yep.
Just message me on probably Instagram at Curls and Drills with your address, and I will send you some cover minders.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations.
All right, thank you guys.
Glad that y'all can join us, and I guess we want to end this. And it's been fun, guys. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
All right. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.